Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Mercedes and this is the Frugal Life with the Mercedes. Today we are going to discuss how not all finances are one size fits all. Now I've talked about this in the past when I was talking about paying off debt. There is, the snowball method and there's the avalanche method and there's just the paying the minimum balance and hoping it goes away. But there's many different approaches to finance and there's many different mindsets. And we've also talked about this. There's so many factors when it comes to thinking about finances. Were you raised learning about finances and proper management of finances? Were you not? Did you go through some sort of trauma that put you in a situation that wasn't great? Were you in a situation where another person controlled the finances and you got no say? So then once you got out of that situation, you kind of just went buck wild and just did whatever you wanted. There's cultural, there's racial, religious, depending upon your sexuality, depending upon your gender, your background, your age. There are so many factors when it comes to finances. And this is why I always remind people that personal finance is that personal. I do not get to decide what is a priority to you, what is important to you, how you spend your money, how you manage your money. And you guys don't get to decide those things for me either. Everybody has different priorities. Everybody has a different place that they are, a different season that they're in. Basically, with this channel, if you haven't figured it out yet, depending upon if this is your first video with me or if you've been with me for a while, what I try to do is show you guys how I live my life and how I have an awesome life, and I just skimp on things that are really not important to me, and the things that are important to me, I try to figure out a way to get the best deal while living my best life. Do you know what I mean? And my priorities are not going to be your guys' priorities. I only spend money on things that I truly value, that bring value to me and to my life and to my existence, and that bring me happiness. Anything that weighs me down, anything that interferes with my sleep, mental health, relationships, my future, my plans, is causing me a hassle in any way, has no place in my life. And that is credit card debt. That is consumer debt. That is extra crap that people buy online and bring into their house that they just had to have, or somebody influenced them that they had to have. And so I try to show you guys how you can be frugal and be relatively normal. And I don't live in a cardboard box. I'm not I don't not ever go anywhere. I don't ever not do stuff. I just only do stuff that is valuable to me and to the life that I am building. So I really discourage people when they are listening to people who have a very narrow mindset when it comes to money and finances. There are a lot of people that think they're gurus, or maybe they really are. I don't know. I'm not here to judge. And they basically think that you're stupid if you've gotten yourself into any sort of financial situation. And we all have to remember that we've all made really stupid money mistakes. Every single one of us. Nobody can sit and say that from birth till today, they have never spent money on something that they regretted or they couldn't afford, or they really didn't need, or they really didn't use, or they were peer pressured into getting it, or a situation came up and they got themselves into a situation, or maybe they have some sort of mental health issue that affects their spending and their perspective on things. There are just so many reasons why somebody would get in a bad financial situation. And to get out of those financial situations is not going to look the same for everybody. And there are people who are fine with paying the minimum balance. They are fine with having a bunch of boxes show up to their house multiple times a day, and those things stay in the boxes and the tags stay on them, and they go on vacations they can't afford and drive cars that they can't afford. And stay up worrying how they're going to pay next month's mortgage for a house that's way too big, way too much house for them that they cannot afford, but they were worried about status and all that kind of thing. And there's a lot of people that are in that situation and they're not willing to do what it takes to get themselves out of that situation, or maybe they don't realize that they really can and that they have an option. There are always options to get yourself out of a situation. I love hearing stories where somebody's like, I was working a corporate job and making all this money and had this giant house and cars and this, but I wasn't happy. So I gave it all up and I live a very simple life now and live in an RV, you know, with my 3 dogs, you know. And I just, like, honestly, I love those stories because I'm like, yes, like they took their situation and they flipped it and they made it their own instead of just following what they were doing. So a little bit of a ranty video, but I've been getting a lot of new subscribers, and this just basically describes me and describes my views on finances and this channel. And just remember, guys, finances are not going to ever be one size fits all, because only you know where you started from and where you want to be, and only you know how you got in the situation that you did, and you have to do the work. You have to make the sacrifices. You have to make the decisions that you want more for yourself. And what your more is doesn't have to be what my goals and aspirations are, or what some financial gurus are. They have to be yours and your decisions. Okay, guys? So I hope that you got something out of this video. Please consider subscribing to my channel. If you did not know, I have an Instagram, The Frugal Life with Mercedes. Until next time, guys, bye.